What's up, you guys? Welcome to another video of mine. I'm in my garage right now because it's raining, it's disgusting outside, and it's really dark. I'm so sorry because I haven't been able to upload till now because of work, too much work. Why my gloves are here, but this is my bike that you guys know, and I'm gonna talk about what to revise on your bike. It's basically what you gotta check, okay? If you don't check that, don't you. It's like if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and you don't take care of them, and then what happens? They leave you, and when they leave you, what do? You cry. You don't want to cry with the bike. Okay, so first thing you gotta check is the oil. There's 3 bolts that you have to unscrew to check and to drain your oil. So for example, there is a window where you can check the level of your oil. Mine is this one. I can't tell you on every single bike, at least I can tell you on mine. You got to check every single time you're gonna take your bike to see if the level of oil is right. And right now you're probably thinking, holy shit girl, you don't have oil. Yes I have, but this bike has this little trick that you got to, if I can, yes, no, yeah, go, come on, up. So if you put it straight, the oil goes on the level, and don't let it go lower than the lowest line. Sorry if I make mistakes. I'm Spanish, half French, and sometimes I struggle a little bit, so. This is the sensor, and it's gonna tell me when actually I don't have enough oil, but the thing is that I should check it before this tells me, okay? This is where you put the oil, and that's the filter, the oil filter. So basically, what you gotta check is first the level of oil, and I would say each 20,000 kilometers, I do change the whole oil. These guys, this is the oil that I use. Semi-synthetic. Most of bikes have semi-synthetic or full synthetic oil. When I will change the whole oil of the bike, I will use almost 4 liters. The second thing you have to actually check is something that I remember. When I was 11 years old and I had a dirt bike, I actually needed to check this a lot. You take off the spark plug. Actually, let me take a spark plug and I'll show you. Woo! 3 hours later, I found one. This is crap. I have so many crap things here. You can't even imagine. I found one. It's fucked up. That's why it's not in the bike. Okay. So basically, this is a spark plug, right? So basically, when you take the spark plug out of the bike, you will just look at this part here. So if it looks normal, clean, your spark plug is perfect. But then, if you're gonna put it back in its place, just be careful, because if you tied it up too much, it's fucked. Completely fucked. So you gotta be super careful when you put it back in the place. So, for example, if this is full of oil, you know that you have an oil deposit, which is bad. So I remember when I was younger and my bike wouldn't start, I would just check the spark plug. What I would do is take a bit of petrol, you put a bit on the top, then you take a lighter, you light it up, you clean it well, and normally it should work, it should be better, okay, while you buy a new one. And the second thing I would do sometimes is that if it gets a bit rusty, which can happen sometimes if it's a really old bike and you just buy it second hand and you don't really know what happened with it before, then you basically just have to take a sandpaper, you put it in between the top part and the middle part, and you kind of try to clean it as much as you can. Basically, that's more or less what I can tell you. I'm not a pro on it, that's just how I did it and how I still do it. So bear with me, please. So yeah. Another thing that you actually have to check is as simple as bolts. Bolts are extremely important because it's going to be the one thing which is going to keep your bike together. Say, for example, my bike, it has a lot of vibration. So some bolts, like for example, there's one behind here that you can find. Then you have different type of important bolts that are really small sometimes and we don't really check, and it's really important. The fourth thing that I would say you need to check is always the brakes. If it brakes good, check. If it's too hard or it's not enough hard, because imagine it happens like it did happen to me, where I was so lucky that when I bought it secondhand, this bike, the piston of the rear brake, which was this, and I explained in one of my older videos, this piston wasn't enough lubricated, so this was stuck in it, and I didn't really realize. It was the first time that I was riding this bike, so I didn't really know how it feels when you're riding and all these things. Plus, it's a really, really nervous bike, and you don't really feel if the piston, if the rear brake is a little bit braking. So obviously, it was a little bit braking, and the bike was literally on fire. So basically, what I had to change was the disc and the brake caliper. So yeah, check your brakes, guys, check your brakes. So that's one thing you gotta change, guys, and look at it. So the other thing I would say is the chain. I don't have space, but basically this is my chain, okay? So you need to know if this is in a good state. So if it's not like this and it's too small or round, it's because it has been too much, it has been worn too much. So you probably need to change the full thing. Sorry, because I'm not saying the words properly because I struggle sometimes because I have the words in Spanish for these things. But the chain, basically, if you pull it out, so you see me, it's not that much. I can move it a little bit, but not too much. Then it's because it's too stretched out, and that's not good. You need to tense it a little bit, okay? If you move it, but it doesn't move at all, it's because it's too tight. I'm just talking, a little bit on. I'm not a professional, again, please don't judge, I'm not a professional, so I'm just telling you what I check on my bike. Can be wrong, it's just how I do it, and till now I haven't had so many problems. Since I changed most of the things on my bike since I bought it, I didn't have that many problems. So then you need to lubricate it. Like for example, right now, that's how it is when I touch it. It is fine, but not enough. I need to lubricate it next time I'm gonna take it. I need to lubricate it because... Next thing you need to check is if you have any licks or drips. Basically what you need to do is to look around your bike, clean it, and when you clean it, if you see that there's a part that licks too much, sometimes you can have a ripped pipe or something like that. Let me show you something actually. The battery. So I changed it too when I bought the bike because it was leaking. I was telling you, you have to check things that are leaking. It was leaking and smelling like if the bike was farting all the time. Really disgusting, really bad. It's literally a horrible, horrible smell that you can't. If it's the first time that your battery explodes, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna really, really feel that it smells really bad. So the other thing I would check, even if you're not a biker and you have a car, check that too. These are my tires, okay? So what you have to check is the drawings of it and the sides of it, okay? So you have to look if all the design of it is well drawn and you can fit a finger inside and it's enough deep still, then it must be in a good condition. Plus the sides of it, if it's not anymore like this and it starts to be more like a flat type of edge, you guys need to change it, literally. The other thing you need to check if it's really, really hard If it's really hard, then you probably need to change it too. Maybe has been too much outside, too long, or you know, here in my place it is very hot, and when I bought this bike, for example, former owner didn't use the bike for a year or something like that, which is really bad. That's the other thing I wanted to tell you guys. You need to run your bike. Don't let it sit without, you know, without running it, because inside the tank the fuel can, you know, make it be rusty, and it's gonna sit there, and you know, it's just gonna be disgusting. And when you want to use it, then you have to drain the whole tank and change many things, and you know, and it's gonna pop up so many things that you need to replace just because you just left it there, you know, sitting, which is not right. And what the fuck? If you have a bike, just use it. If you don't want to use it, sell it, and you will buy another one when you want to ride one. It's like, don't have a machine if you're not going to use it. A machine needs to run. If it doesn't run, it fucks up. It's as easy as that. So yeah, basically, that's what you need to check. The other thing you need to check is shock absorbers. If it works good. I need to probably do something because I just feel too much bumps, so I will need to check that. And anyways, guys, you're probably people are watching me. YouTube is your best friend when it comes to do things that you don't know how to do. As I said, I'm not a professional. I learned so many things with time, and when I did have a dirt bike, I realized that there were so many things that are, you know, a must that you have to look after. Go and check it on your bike. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, please thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, thumbs up too. You know, it's not that difficult. Come on. And subscribe for more down there. Down. See you in my next video. Peace, guys.